behind the damn screen. I couldn't-
In the city's vibrant, pulsating night, neon lights hum loud, masks conceal the truth, and whispers reveal secrets. Crystal balls spin mysteries, fortune tellers weave cosmic tales, and truth is tangled in electric threads. The masquerade unfolds, colors clash and neon hearts guide us through the crowded glow. Fireworks explode in our minds, hidden codes wait to be found, and every flash reveals what's underneath. Memories haunt us, light bulbs flicker, and shadows linger. The curtain rises, lights ignite the scene, and the stage burns under fiery skies. The show must go on, we'll take the chaos and find our way through every stumble. No mask can hide the fire in our eyes. We're spinning stories under open skies, and when the music fades, we'll still be standing. Curtains draw open, lights ablaze, magic whispers through the night, as masks and dreams converge in spectacular display. Shadows dance, voices enthrall, crystal balls reveal secret signs, threads of fate entwined in tangled lines. The reactor twist unknown, on a stage of stars where dreams unfold. The show must shine bright through chaos and strife, every spark a tale to tell, a symphony of rebellion. Drums beat like hearts of fire, scripts burn with raw desire. Books of untold stories, pages turning brave and bold. Spotlight calls never fading through leaps of faith and masquerades. We've seen a gamble, each step a leap, dreams awaken where we sleep. Lights dim but hearts ignite, curtains rise to greet the night. We stumble, trip but never fall, the show goes on, we give it all. Raise the roof, shout aloud, through darkness we face the crowd. Dreams collide, we paint the stage with every scar. Each misstep makes us who we are. Script is torn, lines blurred, but every voice will still be heard. No rewind, no second take, we build the magic we won't break. Applause fades, but hearts soar, we'll leave them begging for more. Through every storm, every dawn, the show must go on and on.
Hi.
Hello. Hi from Southern California.
Just hi.
You are? Cool.
No.
Hi from Southern New England.
Ooh.
That's kind of south.
Well, yeah, whatever. Clam chowder. Okay.
Ew.
I love clam chowder.
And no, Zuper, that wasn't Bela Lugosi. That was Carlos Villarias.
Yeah, that guy.
Only the true
Family.
Universal Monster fans know that one.
Great intro. Really good job. I liked it a lot.
I love that intro.
No, thank you.
Amazing
And
intro.
today we're going to be talking about Halloween movies.
Christmas movies.
Are our go-to Halloween movies.
I thought it was Thanksgiving. Whoops.
Well, there's only two Thanksgiving.
How many
movies.
Thanksgiving movies can you think of?
All of them are Thanksgiving
There's two,
movies.
and I can only think of one.
Thank you for giving me this
Plants and
movie,
Automobiles.
right? All the movies we like. Thank you for giving me this movie. They're all Thanksgiving movies that we like,
Well, we're
right?
not going to do no movies about no giant turkeys, killer turkeys today. This,
Oh.
is, this is about
It's
Halloween.
really- Sorry.
Thanksgiving would count. It's a monster movie.
That would count for that other show you were doing earlier.
That's true. It would. It's really bad.
It's horrible.
Ooh, yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Pons, why don't you say hi to everybody in chat since you have the voice for that?
Maybe I will. And oh, my mouse died.
Awesome.
Come on, make me rally.
He's got the voice,
Okay.
but not the computer skills.
Apparently.
Sorry,
guys.
Noxmare is here. Good evening, Nox.
Nice.
Good to see you, my brother. Sarah's here, but we already knew that.
Crazy.
Tracy is here. Hello, Tracy. How you doing? My sister Superplex. Hola, mi amigo. Jennifer. I'm never gonna get that right. Jennifer W is here. Hello, Jennifer. So
Or
good
Shiniak.
to see you. What he said.
I just say Jennifer.
Emily here. Emily, so good to see you, and thank you for
Oh, I
all the
didn't see Emily.
positive vibes from last week. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Emily, you're
And
epic.
Indy Spouts is here. And yes, I was going to say there's only two movies, and the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So I'm going to count that, but I'll.
When my son was
The other
little,
one
there
I'll-
was an animated movie called Free Birds, which was about time traveling turkeys on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
That's the
Right.
only other movie I can think of.
And
Wait a
I
minute.
That really, there was a weird animated production company from Canada in the 70s. They made The Devil and Daniel Mouse and stuff like that. They made one about the
Right.
first space Thanksgiving, but that wasn't a feature film. But I'm going to count it. Space Thanksgiving it is.
Thanksgiving, yeah. Hey, Emily
Well,
remembers it. I'm not the only one. It wasn't.
I'm a little concerned that there's actually a lot more Thanksgiving movies than I thought of, so that's terrible. Okay. It really is. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, the turkeys went back in time to try to change the tradition.
Yeah,
so that
nope,
they wouldn't
I remember
die.
that one. I
Okay.
saw it. Yeah.
Good.
Why did
To
you
make
bring
it
it up?
eagle.
Ah.
Also, it turned into
Eagle
a
with all
weird
the trimmings.
Harry Howie's commercial at the end. It was very strange.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
And yes, Super. We're all bunkered down here in New England. By the way,
Yeah, I'm glad you're
It's-
here.
Yeah.
the really nasty stuff isn't supposed to get here till after midnight. So it's gonna be like tomorrow morning. There's got to be a morning after.
Don't sing that. You'll turn upside down.
That doesn't sound good. All right.
For any of us.
But I do like the sign, the "Don't Panic" sign. I think Godzilla should be carrying a big sign saying "Don't panic while he stomps on your city." That'd be great.
All right. Pons, remember to make yourself a big sign.
I will.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, and by the way,
yeah.
I just want to say to everyone, I have to point out, I want to congratulate Bad Muddy on winning the Nobel Peace Prize.
There we go again.
Positive comments only.
Okay.
Wrong.
Whatever.
You know?
I still
It's a
get Bad
joke.
Bunny.
It was just a silly joke. Ha ha ha.
Last time I saw
I
Bad Bunny,
love the government.
last time I saw Bad Bunny, he was getting his butt whooped on wrestling. Swear it.
I was going to go with
I
Monty.
believe you. I've seen a lot of that. So.
Get it, Monty Python.
Yeah, I got it.
People work with me.
Pons?
People work with me.
How's your
Yeah,
family in Raleigh?
yeah.
Oh, they do. Actually, my sister lives in Wilmington, which is on the coast. And
Ooh.
she said, well, good luck. But apparently they weathered the storm nicely. And thank you very much for asking, Emily. Very kind of you.
Also,
Okay, so what
I
are we
just got
talking
to,
about?
well, real quick here, I just got to apologize ahead of time. If anybody hears the birds screaming, I am so sorry. They're not
Yeah.
quiet like they were on Thursday. Okay. So sorry about that. And
Tim, what's going on, my brother-in-law?
Hey, Tim.
hey.
Don't really worry.
Good.
Don't really worry about the birds because the barking dogs, the drone, and the motorcycle over here might be more annoying.
At least Bigfoot
Okay.
doesn't make any noise.
I don't know. I was talking to Dan one time. We heard the strangers growling, and we couldn't figure out where it came from. And Dan was like, "I gotta go inside before I die." I'm like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah,
It's crazy.
your sounds out here sometimes.
Up here, there's a lot of koi wolves on the other side of that Pons' pond that I'm always showing you guys. Well,
Yeah.
I've showed you one time, and it was like there was like 50 or 60 of them. I don't know what they took down, maybe a mastodon, but it was like the howling and the hooting. It was like, wow, the natives are restless. It was crazy. You know?
Crazy.
And then you heard a shotgun go off, and they got worse. So I'm like, I don't know who's fighting them, but they're losing. The coyote apocalypse. Coyotacalypse.
Coyotes. We get a lot of coyotes out here. They're so not a problem. Except for your pets. Your pets will go missing. But otherwise they don't bother you.
Oh no, they're super cool. Actually, they trot by, they kind of look over and go, hey, and keep trotting. They're actually really cool.
I was at my ex-friend's house in Marietta, and the night before on the lower path there was a bunch of tarantulas, and I didn't want to step on them this night because I like tarantulas a lot. Sorry, Dan, I do. So I took the upper path, right? And then 2 coyotes ran in front of me, and a third one ran into my leg, and I'm just like, what? And the coyote's like, what? Shakes his head and runs off. And I'm like, I'm getting in.
The problem with coyotes is they keep bringing over those illegals.
So there's a Marietta. Marietta in California, right?
Yeah, it's right by Temecula.
You know, when you said Marietta, I was like, that's right down the street. That's Marietta, Georgia. It's right over here.
Oh yeah, Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, I was like,
Chance's place.
Rainy night in Georgia.
And Chance's on the other end of Georgia. He's in Atlanta.
Whatever. He's always talking about Marietta something rather. And I was like,
That's
what?
true.
Marietta, California? He's like, I mean, I guess they're spelled differently. My mom pointed out to me. I'm like, I don't know.
You find in Marietta and you find in Atlanta. Where you don't want to go is a place called Macon.
Yeah, don't go to Macon.
And you don't want to
I
cross.
got a speeding ticket in Macon once.
You don't want to cross the Macon County line.
I thought Marionetta were those puppets they used in
That's a
Thunderbirds.
marionette. That's not the same thing as Marietta.
Nobody not even get that.
I'm so glad somebody caught that. I was really,
I'm having a hard time figuring out what's going on. So
Well,
I made a really cool reference about a movie starring Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies, and nobody got it.
too many people were talking at once. I missed
The
everything.
Macon County
yes,
line.
sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just the way it is.
How about Georgia County line? Baby, you're a song. You make me want to roll my. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha now.
There we go.
So
I
the
think
topic.
this way. Yes. Oh
I think
yes.
you ate your baby.
Yeah, we actually have a topic. I'm going to start if it's okay because my Halloween gets a movie every year since it come out. And can you guess what it is? It's Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, of course.
Halloween movie.
The classic.
My favorite Halloween movie is Halloween. I'm a big Jamie Lee Curtis fan. I love her stuff. And I'm talking about the original Halloween. With
Not the
Jamie
other
Lee
Halloween or the other Halloween.
Not the incredible piece of crap remade by that rock star.
Although the other Halloween's not too bad, but it's not the original Halloween. There's
The
3
John
Halloween.
Carpenter's Halloween, the
Yes.
original.
But that's too many Halloweens.
I definitely prefer the original Jamie. As a matter of fact, part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, part 2 kind of goes along nicely with it.
Something I usually
It
watch.
has Lance Guest in it.
For some reason, I wind up watching it at least once every Halloween.
I'm going to have a spoiler here because I have to ask a question that is going to actually. So if you haven't seen the Halloween franchise, the original go like this, la 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 la, for just a second. I haven't seen them in ages, and they sort of blend together. The first 2, at least, blend together into one super movie. Because Halloween 2 is one of those movies where the sequel is it stands up. It's like of equal quality, unlike some sequels. But we don't find out that Jamie Lee Curtis is his sister until 2, don't we? We don't.
Correct. John Carpenter had to come up with some reason to justify there being a sequel. That's why he did.
I was going to say it's been ages since something, but we don't even know that they're related until the end of the second one.
In fact, the most recent movie called Halloween, which was a sequel to Halloween, ignored that, and like they're not related in that version of Halloween.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it
that's
actually
not confusing.
No, it's not confusing at
But it
all.
explains
Why
what-
would you name your movie Halloween when there's already been 2 movies called Halloween?
Well, because Halloween, duh.
Well, 'cause I got so mad with the reboot because in the commercial she goes, "He's my brother," and I go, "Great, you just ruined the first 2."
Okay,
Yeah.
like I saw part of Jason X. I don't ever want to see that crap again.
What are
Okay.
you talking about? That's a great movie. Somebody gets their face smashed in from like liquid nitrogen. It's great.
Right. So there's a 007 movie where the nitrogen falls on the guy and he just shatters into a bunch of pieces. That was way better.
Sarah, wrong show. That was what we were talking
Sorry.
about earlier. We're talking about what we actually like and what's on Halloween.
Our
I like
go-to
007.
Halloweens. Oh, and by the way, there was one thing I just wanted to point out, and I'm not saying you guys can't because I never got to tell anybody how to live their life. There was an old Simpsons Treehouse of Terror where Lisa blurts out, "What do aliens have to do with Halloween?" And I went, and that ruined science fiction associated with Halloween for me from that point forward. I love science fiction films and I won't abstain from them in October, but I can't call any science fiction movie my Halloween go-to movies anymore. I mean, ghosts, goblins, monsters, evil human beings, great. But, War of the Worlds isn't a Halloween movie now. John Carpenter's thing might be.
Thrash.
Yes.
Thrash, I present to you this, that 2,000 years ago, we had no reference for aliens or the technological things. When they saw things, they called them goblins, ghouls, and monsters. But really, they were the aliens that inspired these creatures.
You're gonna go Danigan on me now, aren't you? All right, I will yield your point.
I also think you can use a loophole and just call it cosmic horror instead of saying it's sci-fi.
Lovecraft.
You can get away with that.
Lovecraft works.
Yeah.
Which again, see under John Carpenter's The Thing, because John Carpenter's The Thing is really a love letter to H.P. Lovecraft.
Absolutely.
I love The Thing. That's a great movie. Wow.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You're talking about the one with the big carrot, aren't you, Sarah?
The what?
The vegetable monster. Yeah.
What? No. What? Why would
I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what that means.
Mr. Arness. Sorry.
I thought you'd know all about a movie with a big carrot.
No, I'm not a vegetarian. I put meat in my eyes. What?
You put meat in your eyes? Like beef eye drops? You get like beef bouillon.
Yeah, that's not right at all.
What?
That's a horror movie.
I got meat in my eyes.
Oh, Skeleton is here.
Yep.
Welcome to our Halloween Month series on good Halloween movies. And Nicole Baker, welcome.
And yes, Nightmare Before Christmas. I almost started singing it earlier when we were talking about Christmas instead of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
How about the Nightmare Before Halloween?
That's the most depressing part. Is after Halloween comes Christmas, and then we have to talk about Christmas movies like Rudolph and stuff. And that's
no, we don't have to talk about Rudolph ever again. That's cool. I know. Somebody was trying to say, haven't I ever watched that? I was like, nope.
And super vampires can be aliens. Have you ever seen Life Force?
Oh.
Tilda May. Highly recommend.
There's a law on this channel that if you bring up Life Force, you have to bring up Matilda May.
Of course.
I remember that.
It brings up other things.
I remember that movie fondly. It was one of my favorite copyright strikes.
Terrible.
Wasn't Bill Nighy in that? And I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
Was he?
The stepfather in Shaun of the Dead?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
His name, I think, is pronounced Bill Nye, but that's really confusing because of Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
Well,
So,
and there's a whole bunch of superfluous letters. I pronounce it Nighy.
Yeah. Nighy, just like I like that better because we know who you're talking about.
For once.
So, Pon, you're next.
Yes. Oh, you want one of mine? Okay.
Yeah.
This is my go-to Halloween movie of all time. I saw it, I think I was 12, 13. I was visiting my grandparents up in Plymouth. My cousins and I were all hunkered down in the family room and we were watching scary movies. And the great thing about this one is it still holds up as a horror movie, but is family-friendly enough where you can enjoy it with the kids. And it's called, most of them, unless they're hypersensitive, and it's called The Dark Night of the Scarecrow. And it is just one of my it's a psychological thriller, horror movie, revenge film. It's just, the movie has everything. Charles Durning plays the principal villain, and he just eats up the scenery. I fell in love with this movie, and every time I find it, I gotta give it a watch.
Nice. Okay. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it, so I've got to go check it out.
Once or twice. I'm still trying to vaguely call back.
But I think Dark Knight and Scarecrow. I think Batman. I mean,
oh, give me a second, guys. My my Bluetooth headphones just died. I have to find a replacement.
It's called charging him. It's crazy.
All right, well, I guess that means it's What have you got?
So, Tug, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. I thought it was going to be your turn.
Yeah. Well, no, let's just make it your turn.
Okay. Well, let's see. What should I start with? Okay. Well, since you opened with the Universal Classic Monster things, I want to talk about the Wolfman, because I really like the Wolfman. Lon Chaney Jr. Really understood the assignment. He is the most pathetic of the, and I mean that in a good way, of the Universal Classic Monsters. Like, the whole point is you're supposed to feel sorry for the monster, like Frankenstein and the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and so when you get to the Wolfman, and Lon Chaney is just, he's so sad the entire time. I really you really feel for him. He's just some guy who got caught up in all this and he can't help it. And then he gets killed off at the end of the first movie, and then they keep bringing him back to life and he just wants to die. It's so depressing and awesome because it's like, yeah, that's kind of a good Halloween movie for me.
Yeah, but just to say that
especially if there's a full moon on Halloween.
He didn't start off all depressing like that. He started off as a playboy bachelor spying on chicks through a big telescope. He was kind of pervy anyway.
He was kind of pervy. I will give you that. Yes. Yeah, but aren't all men kind of
that
pervy?
Dude has some voyeurism.
Particularly back then. You know?
I mean, just saying, in this modern day and age, from our modern perspective, this guy on the mountain was watching this chick through this telescope for a couple of days till he arranged to go down, meet her, and pick her up.
You're absolutely correct.
Her off in the darkness of a carnival. You know, there's something a little pervy about it, just saying.
And the actress hated Lon Chaney Jr. Like, the two did not get along because Lon Chaney Jr. was kind of drunk all the time and was actually kind of also being a womanizer because, 1930s. So actually, I think that was technically the 40s. Indy will correct me, I'm sure.
Close enough. But yeah, I mean, let's face it.
Another problem I always had with that movie was the underuse of Bela Lugosi in it. They had Bela Lugosi and they just used him for like 3 minutes.
He's in like one scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, Archie.
I think they could have given him a little more time too.
And they actually cast him as a gypsy, which he's got gypsy blood in him. So
Wolf of London, yeah.
Well, in London.
Yeah, let's point this out. If you got Bela Lugosi in your movie and you leave Bella in there for 3 minutes and 45 seconds and you put the old chrome woman in there for 15.
Yeah, even Ed Wood used him for more than 3 minutes and he wasn't even alive.
Yeah, there's in one of the movies I remember they're in like a Russian tea room and this guy's singing and he says live eternally, and Lon goes basket case on him, and we've talked about this in other shows. Eternal life sounds fun unless you're cursed with it, at which time it would become an absolute nightmare. And I think that is Lon Chaney is great, and he really conveys the fact that he's cursed with this. He is tired of this burden. I mean, the becoming the wolf thing is bad enough, but just the fact that he doesn't have the traditional lifespan, and it's a nightmare for him.
Right.
He is the most sympathetic of all the Universal monsters. Although, props to Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster, obviously. Yeah,
I mean, he's the template for sure. Every monster who you feel pathos for, you get compared to Frankenstein. It just is the way it is.
Yeah, I don't share y'all's love of monsters. I say all monsters belong stuffed on the wall. I ain't got no sympathy for them.
Wow. But of course, humans are the greatest monster of them all.
I would know.
Vampires.
I'm a human catbird, so I'm fine.
Because you're sitting in the catbird seat.
Whatever that means.
That was the easy joke. Yeah.
Well, you handed it to me. It's not even that good, but I had to go with it just because it was so on the nose.
Don't feel proud of yourself, Thrash. You're not even getting a point for it. So.
Oh,
I wouldn't really want one. Low-hanging fruit.
Okay. Well, anyways. Okay. So, is it my turn then?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. So, if we're going to talk about one of my favorite movies to go to for Halloween, of course, you know me, I love comedies. Who knew? Anyways, Death Becomes Her. Freaking love that.
Excellent choice. Sempre viva. Live
Sure,
forever.
I was expecting Porky's.
That's not really Halloween.
Once again, I was expecting Porky's.
Well, I mean, it's a good movie, but that's really not Halloween.
But no,
Anyways,
Death
but
Becomes
yeah.
Her is fantastic. I love Death.
Oh
No,
yeah, it's one of my favorite movies
That
of all
was the
time.
point of why I was expecting it.
This isn't Thursday, Dan.
I know.
Anyways, yes, Death Becomes Her. One of my favorite movies to go to all the time. You can watch it anytime. You know, it's like Star Trek 4. You just put it on. You don't even have to watch it. You know what's happening. You can repeat all the lines. It's great. Also, you know, don't be so vain. Don't worry about getting older. It happens. It just means you're alive. Ooh, scary. Anyways,
That's
It's one of
I
those
saw a
movies where the
fun,
jokes.
a really fun Halloween movie, and you can't never go wrong with Bruce Willis and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, and that movie is like,
yeah.
like even the jokes continue to land. Even if you know they're coming and you've seen the movie like 50 times, it's still funny when Goldie Hawn leans over, looks through Meryl Streep's hole in the chest, and says, "I can see right through you." That's still funny.
Like when her neck is broken and hanging like this, he's like, it's right. It's great. You know, it's just funny. He's like, you gotta pass the test here, my friend, before we get married. He's like, oh yeah, I fully passed it. He's just like leaves her for her. It's like, oh my god.
In the end, when they're just basically more makeup than human anymore, like just
Yeah, they're
being
like
held
empty
together.
shells that fall down. They're like broken
When they
everywhere.
fall down and they break in pieces and they're still
Yeah.
talking to each other, there's something horribly morbid about that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
In a very bad way.
I
really
like the
bad.
cocktail party where if you look in the background, it's like every celebrity
Of course,
who is
yeah.
supposedly still alive lurking in the background. You have to pick them out because they only show them for like a millisecond, but I thought that was brilliant.
There's like a line
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to fake your own
Elvis.
death and go underground. yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, you used to say I would never take that potion to live forever. Like that would be awful because I'm so clumsy.
Well,
Yeah,
and that's a joke. Her first
That's what I
night, she
figured.
ends up getting killed, and it's like, oh, shit, that was a
Yep.
waste of $1 million.
Right? Yeah. Well, anyway, so that wouldn't be my choice. I'd be like, oh no, I can't maintain that at all. Not even for like an hour. It's not gonna work.
Emily,
Anyways.
you don't need the serum, my dear.
Yeah, you're epic. Anyways,
Yes.
but all I gotta say, one of my favorite movies of all time, especially for Halloween. It's great. Even makes a great Christmas movie because, of course.
You should watch that and then watch the much darker version, The Substance, right afterwards. It's basically the same story, just way grosser.
Well,
and not funny at all.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll skip that.
I have to commend your choice. It was not what I was expecting, and it really is
It is a good choice.
Halloween comedy joy for me to like. I watch that movie occasionally myself.
It's great. I mean,
I love that there's always thunder and lightning in the background in every scene.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite movies of all time too.
Good choice. Good choice.
So, I guess Danny, you're back up.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And it's surprising. It's gonna be surprising to some people that I would actually pick a TV movie and know it's not Gargoyles. Backstage joke.
Those who know.
For some reason, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a TV movie, I know, but it's like, to me, honestly, if I had to pick a TV movie, this would be my greatest of all time. And every year I tend to get a strike when I try to play it on YouTube. And that would be The Night Stalker with Darren McGavin, which is probably, to me, one of the greatest vampire movies ever made. To me, and it's funny that two of my favorite vampire movies are TV movies, not theatrical releases, like Salem's Lot
yeah.
and The Night Stalker, two of the finest productions TV ever had to offer, as far as I'm concerned.
All I know is Dan's playing Night Stalker. I'm watching it, and the next thing I know, channel down, get a text from Dan. I'm gonna get a copyright strike.
Yeah, I get one. 3 years in a row, I've got a copyright strike for the same movie. You would think I would learn, but this year I think I got it beat.
In the 70s, they made some pretty high quality horror films that were made for TV movies. So I don't blame you because both of them came from the 70s, you know.
That's a good point.
Again, the third choice would have probably been Gargoyles for probably one of the best TV movies.
I was gonna say Gargoyles was to also Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. not the Canadian Kids
I
TV
know
show.
what
The
you're talking about,
actual,
Oh,
yeah,
I was like, what? 'Cause that's where I went.
not the
Yikes.
song by Robert Cray, not the Canadian Kids show. It's about it's got the girl from she was in Star Trek. She was in True
Oh.
Grit. Help a brother out here, Darcy, Duncey.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
It's in my brain somewhere.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
The person that exists. Remember that.
Yes, the person that exists. Indy, why have you
Yeah, I remember
forsaken
that.
me? But it's about this young couple who buys a house, and there's demons in the crawl space, and hilarity ensues. And I know I made it sound ludicrous, but the truth of the matter is, it's a great movie. It scared the Bee Gees out of me when I was a kid. If I went into the house, you know those old style little things you open it up to vent. If a house had one of those, I'd be like scared around it when I was a kid because of this movie. That's not one I picked. I'm just making conversation.
And on a side note, I like the Night Stalker a lot.
Darby.
Tim Darby.
Because I like the Night Stalker a lot because it also spawned that wonderful 24 episode, 1 season TV series with lots of little horror.
You should get the DVDs of that. It's really cool.
Yeah, I've been wanting them for a long time.
They're mine. You can't have them. Mine.
All right.
Okay,
You did that
Thrash.
really well.
You're
I'm
up.
up again. Well, you know what? Since that's all, folks. Since Ubermensch, since Superplex brought this up, it's actually on my list. Trilogy of Terror. I love Trilogy of Terror. In fact, I just saw it again not too long ago. Every October I have to watch it. It's become a tradition. Not only does it still hold up to this day, any movie, let's face facts, there's 3 installments, and she plays 4 parts in it. She is in more than every single one of them. It's just a great film. The horror stands up. It's scary, but not too scary. There's actually one. And I know the Zuni fetish doll is actually hokey, but that last scene it freaked me out when I was a kid. And the one about the manipulative college professor who basically baits serial killers or sex offenders, what do you want to call them? That stands up to this. I was watching this again recently, and I go, "This is like a good one for today with all the awareness and stuff like that." So I gotta tell you, it's just a great Halloween movie, and again, made for TV.
Yeah, I watched it again recently too because we were doing those anthology movies, and I had to watch it again for that. Yeah,
that's why I saw it. I knew there was a reason why I saw it. That's why I saw it. Thank you.
And yeah, I know Tracy loves that Zuni warrior doll. I think it's cool. I love him too. I don't find him scary. I just love him. I want to hug him.
It don't have to be scary. It just has to be something you watch at Halloween that means
I know.
Halloween to you. You know.
Okay, so I guess
If Tracy was, she'd probably pick the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I don't even like that one, and I'm like the only person in the world who says that. It's so boring.
For me, to tell you the truth, when it comes to things that scare me, I'm not really afraid of ghosts or zombies or monsters. It's not really like what gets me. What gets me is more like psychological horror or existential horror. So my pick is going to be Carnival of Souls. This movie freaks me out. I love it so much.
I saw that movie.
What? You never saw Carnival of Souls?
I said I remember the first time I saw it, and
I was gonna say, there's no way you could not have seen this movie.
I have that on DVD in that collection I told you about.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I have a spare.
It's like the template for all the psychological horror that would come after, and it's better than most. This movie is so ridiculously ahead of its time. What was it, like the 50s? I think?
No, 60 maybe 64.
That's possible.
Yeah.
That movie, it's a real bad trip. In the best possible way. It's a great pick for Halloween if you want to freak yourself out and psych yourself out. I highly recommend it.
1962.
1962. There we go. Thank you.
I was thinking 50s too.
And yes, it was. This movie was way ahead of its time, and I had the opportunity. If it was a few years ago, I got a chance to actually see it on the big screen, and I'm so glad I did.
Oh,
It actually, most of us have seen it on television screens, but if you can see it on the big screen,
I've never
so.
seen it on the big screen, but I want
Even
to.
in black and white, it's
Yeah.
a treat on the big screen. I promise you.
It's so moody. It's filmed almost like a noir, but like it's a horror movie.
Oh, I love noirs. Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
thanks to when I was young, the place I went to the theater at near my house, it had a Saturday matinee that showed old movies, and most movies, real old ones you can name, I've probably seen on the big screen at the matinees for $1, you know. But that's one I've never seen on a big screen before.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun on the big screen.
And don't watch the 1998 remake, the Wes Craven Presents Carnival of Souls. It has nothing to do with the movie.
Really?
I haven't seen that one.
All it has in common is the twist ending, but I'm not going to spoil that for the
What a
people
twist!
who've never seen it.
Sorry.
Great pick.
But
Great pick, Doug.
One of my favorite Halloween movies. I will watch that almost every year because it still freaks me out. Like I watch it and I feel freaked out, and I like it.
Exactly. You can know how the movie ends, and it still freaks you out.
Yeah. So that was my pick. What do you got, Sara?
All right. So one of my all-time other favorites that I've loved ever since I was a little kid, okay, is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. My God, I love that movie. Like the acid pie thing was like my favorite scene when I was a little kid. Still is today. That was awesome. I was like an acid pie. So I would make mud pies in the backyard and pretend they were acid pies. I was a weird kid.
No, that's
But
awesome.
yeah.
I love that movie. It takes
I
a
find
gimmick
that
and really
movie-
runs with it.
I find Killer Clowns from Outer Space really entertaining. I like the movie a lot,
Oh,
but once again,
it's
it
funny.
is really corny.
yeah, but it's funny. But when I was a little kid,
So
I remember
much
when I was a little kid,
fun.
it was on TV, right? So it's not even the hardcore version. It's on TV, right? And I'm sitting there with my dad and my brother. And my brother, who's 3 years older than me, sorry, brother. Anyways, he's 3 years older than me, is like hiding in my dad's armpit going, ugh. And I'm like, this is so funny. I'm a weird kid. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, like, good. Acid pies, cotton candy. You're afraid. What? Anyways.
Clownzilla. You know?
Yeah.
And I got next to Green Slime, it has the coolest theme song of sci-fi history. That opening song by the Dickies. It just I love that song. It's just so cool, and it just goes great with the.
Oh yeah, it's just one of my favorite things. You got that stupid sheriff that doesn't believe anything. I mean, you could just literally tell him that it's daylight outside, and he'd be like, "No, the daylight's not real."
Well, it's Earth versus the flying saucers. Only instead of weird-looking aliens, they're clowns.
Yeah.
And everyone in the movie plays it straight. That's the best part about it. It's like Psycho Beach Party. Everyone's acting like they're up for an Academy Award, and it's the silliest concept in history. But they play it straight. They took a Zucker Brothers lesson, and it's just so much. I saw it by accident in college when I probably really should have gone to bed.
Hi,
And,
Tony.
I remember it being outstandingly entertaining. And
It's a great movie to illustrate the principle that as long as you commit to your gimmick, it'll work. You just have to.
You got to
And
commit
this
to
movie
the bit
commits
always.
1,000%. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of committing to the bit. You know, if you're gonna do it, you're just gonna do it all the way.
Just do it.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Don't half-ass it.
Right? Not
And
me.
nobody
Never
can
once.
accuse Killer Clowns of half-assing.
Yeah, that's a great movie. And I think Tony on his White Trash music channel there, I think he did a song on it. I'm not sure. I think it was that one. If not, I think he should do one because I'm pretty sure it was that though. I don't remember. Anyways, okay.
And thanks, Emily. I've written it down. I like Ryan Reynolds, and I like it when he actually acts like serious, which is very rare, but it works. So I will write that down.
You saw that really cool Green Lantern movie you made, right?
No,
Shut up,
I
man.
skipped that because you know, I care about my eyes.
I was being sarcastic.
I know.
But I do care about my eyes.
And while we're on the subject of superheroes, who else feels that the Green Arrow was conceived of while the comic artist was stuck at a stoplight.
That's funny. I like that.
That popped in my head the other day. I go, I'm gonna have to use that. Oh, look,
light won't
Green
change.
Arrow, we're saved.
Yeah.
Build the city.
Tony, quit confusing me. Stop uploading things or
You
something.
make it sound hard.
Think about it. I think you might have got the idea when he was sitting in a Robin Hood movie.
Touche.
I have seen School of Life. It's a tearjerker. Anyway,
All right.
so
Free Willy would make a good double feature with tentacles because you have the killer whales in both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I made a post about Free Willy. It was interesting. Anyways, never mind about
Yeah,
that.
Free Willy, wrong kind of movie. You want to see Orca?
Orca,
Yeah.
A triple feature. A triple feature.
one of the better terrible Jaws ripoffs.
I don't know, man. That movie has some parts of it, like with the baby whale and all that. It was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Over the
I've seen
top.
bits and pieces of that movie, so I'm a little bit familiar with it. And I was like depressed when I realized that what I was watching was that and not Jaws at all, because people I'm with are just not even truthful sometimes.
You
I
don't
don't
have
care
to
what
watch the
you
movie.
say.
Just watch the Brandon Tenold.
Whatever. I want to
Hey,
watch Jaws. It's better.
No, you watch Jaws, and it's just a big shark eating people. That's what Jaws is.
I know, it's awesome.
Orca has story. This orca's pissed off. This orca wants revenge for its baby.
Like Jaws: The Revenge.
This is an in-depth story. It's a whole lot more than just a shark eating people. I like Orca a lot better.
Well, I wasn't watching Jaws for the storyline. Trust me on that.
Yeah, none of us was.
Yeah, I just enjoyed watching the mindlessness of the shark and everybody just not knowing how to handle a shark. It was really entertaining as a kid. I loved it.
I grew up with Jaws 3D. That was the movie I watched a lot.
You know, I've still never seen that because I'm like,
It's
you
great.
know,
It's
I
really
don't-
hokey. And
I don't like
stupid,
wearing-
but it's great.
well, I don't like wearing the 3D glasses. They're really annoying. So,
You don't have to wear 3D glasses to watch the movie.
well, any movies that I've seen of it, you had to have those glasses, and I'm like, no thanks. Yeah, I
Whatever.
don't like those glasses. No, the ones they sell in the store, those
Oh,
are
I know what you're
awful.
talking about, but
Yeah,
like
the ones-
I
the ones
think
in
when
the
I was a
theater,
kid,
those
we
are
had
fine.
a tape of it that we'd recorded off of HBO. It didn't have the blue-green separation or anything. It was just straight, you know.
All I say is the glass they use in that aquarium, you could hit it with the Graf Spee and it wouldn't crack. So I'm sorry, a shark is just not going to get through the tensile strength of the shark is less than the glass. That shark will turn to mush before you even crack the glass. So
I didn't say it was high cinema or anything. I just said it was fun.
Yeah,
I just
fine.
that's what I always come back to. I mean, it's not Godzilla; it's a shark. Isn't that right?
We did need a Godzilla movie with Lou Gossett Jr. though. That would have
And
been
now
way
for
better.
something completely different.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, what do you got?
Okay, I'm going to flash back to my childhood. Way back. In the
We know that
past.
kind of time.
Way back,
Did they have movies back then?
It was a stupid Halloween movie that I watched, I know, for 15 or 20 years every year. I even watched it with my kids. And it's just not a good movie. We could have talked about it earlier. But it's entertaining to a certain point. And it's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow with Jeff Goldblum.
The Goldblum version. Okay, yeah.
And it has to be the most entertaining version of that old tale that ever existed.
I do like that version better than the Tim Burton one. I don't actually like the Tim Burton one. But yeah, Jeff Goldblum, Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman, great stuff.
Well,
Highly proof.
I didn't see that one. I saw the other
I haven't
one.
seen it in years, but I like it.
Yeah, it's one of them from my childhood that we watched ever, like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It was stuff that I watched when I was a kid for 20 years when I was a kid.
Forgive me if you mentioned this. I was multitasking mentally. Was that a Disney production?
Yeah, it was a Disney movie.
It was all right. It was a Disney production. I thought it was. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in probably since I was a kid. But yeah.
For some
But
reason,
I thought Goldblum was good in it.
Sometime in the last 30 days, I've actually sat through that movie.
Nice.
It was on, and there was 2 or 3 horrible movies I sat through that day. Like the one with Beth Miller where she's a witch.
Hocus Pocus.
Which one?
Hocus Pocus. Were they looking for a virgin? Yeah.
Peaches. Oh,
You are the wind beneath my wings, Thrash.
Love you, Pat.
Good choice, Dan. I approve.
Very good choice. Awesome choice. Perfect Halloween. Oh, me up again?
It is your turn.
Speaking of movies set in New England, and I still say, now I know there's some very creepy parts of this country, some getting creepier as we go, but I still hold New England really loans itself to the macabre. I don't know if it's because of the great scary minds like Lovecraft and King, or just because it's that old world, charm and from like a different period that just sort of loans it, or it's so remote. But I still think movies set in New England just are inherently scary. And I'm going to go with one of my favorites. And this is an old sleeper classic from, I want to say, 1980. And it's called Ghost Story. And this is about a man trying to uncover his brother's mysterious death. He believes it's a murder. And he has to go back to his hometown in a really, really creepy small town in Vermont. And tells a story to his father and his father's group of friends who are the city fathers. And their big thing is they get together once a week and tell each other scary stories while they get drunk. Yeah.
I just had a
goodbye,
flashback to that movie, and I swear to God, I think Fred Astaire's in it.
Fred Astaire, he is in it. Douglas Fairbanks Jr. I think it was his last film.
Wow.
John Houseman. And there's one of the one they play the big 4 city fathers, and it sort of unravels. It's a murder mystery wrapped in a ghost story, wrapped in a revenge film. I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically this lost soul from a half a century before comes back for revenge. And it's very atmospheric, and there's some great jump scares, and I highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it.
And it's the only movie. It's the only movie I can honestly say that I have to recommend based on Fred Astaire's. It's what I remember most is the phenomenal performance by Fred Astaire in this movie. And he don't dance once.
One thing I have to point out, do not watch this as a family Halloween movie. There is one particular scene. There's a particularly vivid and graphic amorous scene, which first time I saw it, I was with my mother, and I was sort of like,
that's awkward.
Yeah, no, not kid friendly. Not kid friendly, but very good film, entertaining.
Yeah, cool. I took my dad to see Titanic, so I understand. That was very awkward, that one scene. Anyways, never mind about that. Okay. Don't take your parents to see movies. Let's just do that. Okay, so whose turn now?
Oh, I guess it's my turn.
Here, Doug, go.
So, since Thrash was dissing sci-fi earlier, saying it couldn't be Halloween, I disagree. But instead of talking about Alien, I'm going to talk about another movie from my childhood that I like to watch a lot, especially this time of year, just because I like to be freaked out. And that would be Deep Star 6. This was a very solid monster underwater kind of movie. Not an alien so much as just a monster from the depths. Basically a giant. I think it was kind of like a crustacean thing. You don't really get a good look at it, but you don't want a really good look at it. But it's got that iconic scene where a guy's going down in one of the high pressure suits, like the old school diving bell helmet and everything. And as he's like coming up out of the air, the water lock, I forget what you call it. The monster comes up and just eats him, like eats half of him. And like, you see like his guts coming out and everything. It's so great. It's an awesome
so
movie.
Great.
And Miguel Ferrer plays the slimy guy who like sabotages because he's all scared, and anything with Miguel Ferrer in it is solid. I love this movie. I've seen it about a zillion times because, like I said, I used to watch it as a kid. It's one of my favorite spooky movies. So there you go, Deep Star 6. It's very moody because they're so deep underground and it's always dark, or underwater, not underground. And yeah, I just love it. That's all.
I have to agree with you on that, and I'll even go as far as to say, as far as underwater monster movies, it may be the best underwater monster movie out there.
I think it is. I mean,
I have trouble thinking of anything that comes close.
there was that recent one with Kirsten Stewart that actually was pretty good. Because there's Cthulhu shows up, which is awesome. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's Deep Star 6 because it came out the same year as Leviathan. I don't hate Leviathan. I like Leviathan. I like Peter Weller, but it's not Deep Star 6. Deep Star 6 is way better.
I thought Leviathan was a little bit on the sleeper side. Actually.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Invasion of the Inner Space.
Kind of.
I like that movie.
Yeah. There we go. Good. Have you seen it, Sarah?
No.
Do you even watch scary movies?
No, I've never been into horror. Because, see, I always was under the impression that real life is horrible enough that I don't need to watch kill for kill's sake. It's just never been my thing, right? But then you got movies like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, those kind of things like that. Of course, I'm going to watch them. They're hilarious. Right? And another movie I happen to really like is Cabin in the Woods. Oh my gosh. I love that movie. I could watch it multiple times a year, especially in October, but just any time. It's a really good movie. Of course, I like the ending of it. It's one of my favorites.
And also, I think Deep Star 6 was produced and directed by Sean Cunningham, the same guy who made Friday the 13th. So, bonus fact for you.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those movies either.
And if I'm wrong, Indy's not here to correct me. So
yeah, he's dividing his time between us and another podcast. Daddy's cheating on us.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Cabin in the Woods. I like the concept of it that these kids have to be to save the world or something, and they have all these other trials, and these little kids in Japan are just like make friends with them. I'm like, that's a funny thing, And then the whole thing's about weed. I love weed. It's really great.
That's a good movie, and like I like that it has that like dramatic tonal shift halfway through the movie.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic. It works really well.
And then how like they were smart. They're like, we're gonna stick together. Then they put the pheromones in there and makes them all lame. And he's like, no, we're gonna separate. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's one of those horror movies that likes to play with its own tropes, which is like a trope in and of itself, but it works really well in that movie.
Oh yeah,
and it still also has some really scary moments, like the merman is terrifying.
Even though the family comes back and murders everyone, I didn't like that at all. I was like,
hey, I recently sat through The Shape of Water. I can never look at the merman the same way again.
If it had been the merman from Cabin in the Woods, it would have been better.
I just wasn't ready for Humanoids from the Deep, the love story.
Oh wow! Now, okay, that sounds like something I have to watch.
I wonder why Tracy liked that movie with Malcolm McDowell in it. I don't know.
Well, dude, he's just really good. He's like one of my favorites, man.
Why did the cat person cross the road?
To be on the other side, I don't know.
You'd rather not know.
Okay. Will we find out the next dad joke off?
No. If you've seen Cat People, there's a certain subplot that makes it very distasteful. It's like,
yeah,
I got it at least, Thrash. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain it if you want, but you don't want me to.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. Well, Thursday. Thursday.
Okay, so
explanations.
Was that your pick, Cabin in the Woods?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I love that
movie.
movie.
Have to be at this point.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites. Oh,
and it's got Thor in it.
Yeah, I mean, never mind about that. Okay.
You could have picked worse, like Cabin Fever.
Oh yeah, well, we talked about that earlier today. So
yeah, no, I think one day
flashback. He's mentioned like 3 films from earlier today.
Man's living in the past, man.
I watched the movie. No, I don't think I have. Doesn't. I don't know. The title doesn't sound familiar, anyways.
Malcolm McDowell and Lou Diamond Phillips in a movie. I've never heard of that.
But anyways, that sounds interesting.
I haven't seen that one either.
I've seen a lot of Lou Diamond Phillips movies, and some of them are really, really terrible, but I still love Lou Diamond Phillips. I think he's a great actor. He's been in horrible movies, but I think he's a good actor.
Hey, you know, it's really impressive if you can be in horrible movies and good movies, and people like you in all the movies you're in. So that's always a
Well,
good thing.
Malcolm McDowell, same thing. He's been in a lot of really terrible movies too.
Oh yeah. Well, we won't have to talk about them, I hope.
But how many movies has he been in where he was the worst thing in it, though? Yeah.
He's never been the worst thing in a movie ever.
Ever. He's
Well, they
usually
were
the
searching
saving
generations. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm a mute and scream
Yes,
now.
David Bowie did sing
He did sing the theme song.
theme
Yes.
song. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad I got that out of my system.
Yes, thank goodness. All right, so
That's Dan's turn, I think.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
So-
It is.
Yes, Dan.
I'm almost 60 years old. And when I think back, there is a horror movie that I can remember actually watching once at least every Halloween since I can remember. How can I have watched the same movie over and over and over every year? But I've watched it this year twice already. And it's not even Halloween yet. And it's the master king of all horror movies, the original Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, there we
oh
go.
yeah. Well, that was my next one.
I
Never
have
heard of
seen-
it.
Coming to
I have
that
seen
shit.
this movie to death, man. Literally.
Barbara, they're coming to get you, Barbara. Shut up, you're lying. Love that.
I love that
movie.
meme where they like superimpose Barbie in it. They're coming to get you, Barbie. It's really funny.
You know, he was married to the girl
Mhm.
who played Judy at the time.
I did not know that. No.
Russell Schreiner. He was one of the partners who made the Barbara's brother was one of the partners who made the movie. He was married to a Judy, whose name eludes me for the moment in real life. Originally, she wasn't even a character. They wrote her in. She was a script consultant. And George Romero literally said, she's too hot. We have to have her in front of the camera. And Steiner said, okay. So then they wrote a part. That's why she spent the most of the movie going, she has there's no direction. She just is there.
Just be hot.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, that's a role that a lot of people can just do. Like, go be hot. Okay.
There are some actresses who made that their career for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jerry Ryan's one of my favorite actresses of all time, and she's hot. So there's a good thing.
Yeah, but she's actually a good actress.
Yes, I know. As I said, there can be both.
Yeah. I can think of
can.
I can actually think of 7 of 9 good reasons to like her.
I get it. I get it.
Yes. Well, anyways, that's to be a backstage conversation. So,
For me,
All
Night of the Living Dead is the ultimate scream Halloween movie. It's the original scare you Halloween movie. And it could be the only one who's steadily been on TV for the last 50 years every Halloween.
Well, because it's public domain.
I remember in the mid '80s, they started showing it on TV, and I remember it was a school night. This would have been 84, 85, I forget. But I had permission to, because it was Halloween, I could go over and see my girlfriend. I came home, and my friends just shut up my house, even though I wasn't there. They shut up and started watching TV. And they go, Bob, come on in. This is great horror movie. You have to watch with us. And I go, what's it called? They go, it's Night of the Living Dead. And a tradition was born. I even have the MST3K riff tracks of it, which I break out whenever I'm feeling blue, and I still laugh every time I see it. It's just absolutely amazing. I love that movie.
I remember from the time I was like 8 or 9 years old to the time I was a teenager, 17 or 18. Every year they would show it for $1 at the little theater, and we'd go watch it. It's the same movie every year for $1. I'd go watch Night of the Living Dead.
And yes, Emily, it was Young Guns. Lou Diamond Phillips is in both Young Guns movies. Yeah.
Yes, that's a bit of
Young
Western. But...
Young Guns too, man. That's a
Sorry.
great movie.
She's saying, wasn't he in some Westerns? And I was just like, just trying to bite my tongue. So yeah, it was Young Guns. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I saw Night of the Living Dead in the theater as well, because I had a local theater that would show it every October, and yeah, it's a blast, especially to see it with a big crowd and people who know the lines and are going to scream at the screen the lines and stuff. It's a blast.
It seems like there were certain movies they would show every year.
Yeah.
I remember seeing The Blob more than once in the theater, and I remember seeing that movie about the giant praying mantis quite a bit too.
The Deadly Mantis. Video on my channel.
Yes.
And yes,
make
he
sure
will
you
be
check
in
out,
part 3.
yes, make sure you check out all of Tug's videos. They're epic AF.
Most of the movies we talk about, I've covered on my channel.
Yeah, like I said, he's epic AF too. Yeah. So is Pons and Dan, and occasionally me. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
you can be epic sometimes.
Thank you. Wait, what? Aw, only sometimes. Okay, that's fine. But all right. Who's next?
Believe it or not, that was Dan, so it was you. It's you, Thrash. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
You guys have me on a made-for-TV horror movie kick now. So I'm going to use another one, and I believe I've talked about this one before too. This is another one of those movies that was a shameless alien ripoff, even though it was set on an oil rig, and it's called The Intruder Within.
Yep.
And basically, what happens is this oil rig, in a desperate search for oil because the company that is financing them is going broke, accidentally opens up a subterranean chamber, releasing this like mutant, ancient race of intelligent lampreys, and hilarity ensues. And it's atmospheric and downright scary at times. And it has the woman who played the mother in the War of the Worlds TV show, who is surprisingly hot in it. She's kind of frumpy in War of the Worlds, but she's actually really, really hot in this. And it's actually got a pretty solid cast. Like a lot of these 70s movies, you spend the entire movie going, oh, he was in Barney Miller, and oh, he was on Laughing, and oh, he was in this and that. And Chad Everett stars in it. And it's
Chad
a
Everett.
really fun horror film. Yes, Chad Everett. You say Chad Everett, and everyone who was a kid in the 70s goes, oh, Chad Everett. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Hey,
That's
my
a good
favorite
choice. I
show-
like that movie. I remember seeing it when I was a kid on TV. And yeah, it's one of those horror movies. It is a horror movie, but at the same time, like you said, it's a lot of fun. It's a ride, you know? I dig it. And
I used to
lampreys
watch-
are scary. Already,
think that's-
lampreys are scary.
I think I
Messed
spent
up.
way too much time in my life watching Chet Everett ride around on the back of a Jeep with a machine gun in his hand.
Rat Patrol.
Rat Patrol.
Yep.
It's been a long time. But
I used to love that show, man. I really did for some reason.
how could you not? How could you were right around the
Fun
time.
show.
If I watched it now, I'd probably cry.
But I can tell you, when I was a kid, that opening shot of them riding around through the desert with it's just like I wanted to grow up and be able to ride around in the back of a Jeep in a desert. They made it look like so much fun with a 30 caliber, of course.
Yeah, you know,
And-
things change.
Duh.
Things change when you get older. You can go back to shows you used to watch, and for some reason, like to point out, I used to think Buck Rogers in the 25th Century was the best science fiction show ever made, top of the line special effects, hottest chicks on TV. It was the show. And I recently went back and watched it. And I don't know what it just things seem different now when I watch it.
Somebody kill me.
Yeah, I just don't see it with the same youthful eyes I used to.
Yeah, I must admit, I liked it a lot more when I was a kid. I went back and watched it in my 20s, and I was like, wait, is this the same thing I watched when I was a kid? Because I remember it being way more fun and not
Okay,
so
what I'm going to say about
weird.
it's going to sound weird, but the only thing I can say about the show is Aaron Gray and Princess Ardala's booties stood up better than anything else in the show. That's horrible, isn't it?
Well, but you know what? The 70s were a very, very hokey time for television. Oh, and one more thing from Rat Patrol before history rolls over it. The recurring villain, the recurring German officer, was also in the third installment of the Planet of the Apes series and in Corbin the Forbin Project. So, Colossus the Forbin Project.
Yes.
I had to read that into the record.
And I think the actor's name is Eric something. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
Bader Bodden.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
He's
y'all
got
know
two
what
names because he
the-
changed his name for Hollywood. But yeah, that's him.
I remembered it.
Yeah. That's, I mean, and another thing about turning old, like the idea of like being on a dune buggy, like with a 50 cal, like nowadays I'm thinking, God, that would make my back go out.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess that means it's my turn again.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, so I want to talk about a spooky ghost movie with a twist, and that is it's the only movie with Nicole Kidman in it that I actually like, and that is The Others. It's a really good ghost movie about a haunted house, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but I really like the atmosphere, and I really like the actress who plays the like maid. I can't remember the actress's name, but she's awesome. She's great. And Nicole Kidman actually does a really good job because she's supposed to be kind of crazy and kind of nutty. And like she spent some time in a mental hospital. So Nicole Kidman is well cast.
I might be confused about that movie a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's the one that where they think their house is haunted, but it turns out they're the ghost.
That's the one. You just spoiled it for everybody.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm glad I spoiled that slow burn piece.
I
of crap.
love that movie.
Oh my God! I about went to sleep watching that piece of garbage.
That's one of my favorite haunted house movies.
And once again, I still can't name a movie with Nicole Kidman in it I actually like.
Some bad movies. I wouldn't call her a great actress, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, she's not the worst thing out there.
No, she's not the worst. She's no Megan Fox or anything.
I just probably didn't like her in it.
She's never killed a puppy.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, that I know of. I mean, I don't know. I didn't follow her around her whole life.
She was married to Tom Cruise, so it is possible.
Tom Cruise.
Careful, he'll sue you.
That's true.
That's the best reason I ever heard not to like somebody married to.
Look, you and I can get behind that one. Yeah. All right, Tom Cruise, the worst. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on before we start talking about Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, I want to. Is it my turn?
Take it, Sarah.
All right. So this is one movie that I first watched when it was in October, right? So now it's just one of my all-time favorite Halloween movies. And I know this is gonna just blow your guys' mind, but I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it's a good movie anytime. But during the Halloween season when I first watched it, right? Because I really didn't know much about it when I watched it as a kid. Anyways, and then I fell in love with it. I mean, I've even been to the theaters where they have everybody's throwing stuff, the whole 920 yards. It's great, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, of course, there's a video of Tug singing. It's awesome. I mean, you just gotta love Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I know a few people who don't like it, and I go, "Are you okay?" I love laughing. I love having fun. I mean, I love Tim Curry. I'm a big Tim Curry fan. Oh man, do I love Tim Curry! Man, one of my favorite roles of him is in Home Alone 2. Don't even get me started on that movie. Okay. But, yeah, dude, I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's just one of my favorites. I mean, I can watch it year-round anyways. Most movies I can anyways. But Halloween time, it's one that I can put on and just leave on for days. It's that good.
It is a fantastic movie, and I can almost recite it from memory.
Yeah, well, yeah. Get it!
And we know Tug would have to love this movie. Because he's going to love any movie that actually has time travel in it.
Yep.
Well, one day Dan will finish that.
It's a comedy musical farce, but it is such an homage to pretty much every horror movie you can name. If you watch closely, it's like, oh, they got that from these Hammer films, and they got that from this, and that's a reference to this. I mean, it's all there. I mean, Richard Bryan was clearly a fan of sci-fi horror, and it came out in his work. I mean, technically, it's an alien invasion movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, technically. The science fiction part. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the transsexuals are doing a feasibility study and invading the Earth and decide that it won't work, but they're thinking about invading Earth.
What was that word you used?
The transsexuals.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you said.
That's the name of the alien race from Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Transylvania. Yes.
It's Transylvania.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Super.
I'm just.
Tim Curry in stockings does rock my world, and I don't care who hears me say it.
I know, and we're going to
not to answer that comment.
And on the 30th, Tug has promised to I'm just making this up now. Anyways, he's promised to come on to the Thursday show dressed up in his best fishnets. It's great.
I'm not doing that.
Jedi's here. How you doing?
Never mind, I lied.
I did do that once. Not doing it again.
Oh, come on. Just one more 800 more times. Come on.
Nope.
Whatever.
And
Anyways,
I'm still about a local theater troupe in my area was going to do it one year, and COVID killed it. They put the kibosh on that production, and it was so sad because they wanted me to play Dr. Everett Scott, and I think I could have done a decent.
Oh yeah, you would have
Good
been
casting.
great. Oh yeah, I would watch
That's
that.
all right, Brad. That's all right, Brad.
But then,
From the
like
day he was
He
born.
was born.
but like I said, after Tim Curry had the stroke and everything like that, then the Fox decided they were going to do a live TV of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and well, I forgot to care for my eyes at that point, and I watched it because Tim Curry was in it. So I like the Tim Curry part, of course, because Tim Curry. But the rest of it is just a nightmare.
I tried so hard to like that.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh,
I gave it an honest try. I really tried. And you know what? The rendition they do of us science fiction double feature in the very in the opening credits,
Yeah.
and she's throwing the candy out into the crowd. I thought that was pretty good. I go, we're off to a good start. Things went downhill after that.
Oh yeah, it was fast downhill. But then Tim Curry, that's all I cared about to see. Because I'm like, Tim Curry, you're doing something after your stroke. How awesome! Don't know what you said really, but awesome to see you. I love Tim Curry.
And I'm so sorry. I said science fiction double feature. The name of that number is something else. I do apologize.
Well, look, we'll look past it this time.
Thank you.
Just because Indy's not here to correct you.
Yeah, see what happens when Indy's not around? All this misinformation is
All
spread
is
willy-nilly.
We blame you,
Every man
Indy.
for himself. I even like the number that was cut. Superheroes.
Oh yeah, the superheroes. Yeah, that only in the British.
I don't know
version.
why they cut it. Myself.
I don't
actually.
either. It makes it for a better ending, honestly.
Ending, yeah.
Well, anyway, so yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show, one of my favorites too.
Fantastic movie.
Amazing.
yeah.
And a perfect movie for Halloween.
You won't get me in fishnets again, but I might sing the song for you.
Okay. Well, Thursday, yeah, the 30th,
Okay.
yeah.
I can do
that.
that.
Okay, we'd like that.
I don't actually watch the whole movie no more too often, but I do watch that one little 6-minute clip where they do the time warp again once in a while.
Well, before I saw the movie, I saw the time warp on Night Flight. The time warp is what made my friends and I obsessed with Rocky Horror. We had to see it because this amazing segment, this sort of science fiction Busby Berkeley choreographed music number. We have to see this movie, and we did, and we loved it, and still do to this day.
Thank you, Emily. I thought I was being weird. And like, yeah, it is.
Once again, the theater that I talk about a lot, that little hometown theater, showed the Rocky Horror Picture Show every Saturday night at midnight for my whole life till they tore it down.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I thought
they tore it down.
Thank you. If that was the name of the song, thank you, because I couldn't think of what else it was called. But I thought Science Fiction Double Feature was at the end, where it's just Richard O'Brien sings Science Fiction Double Feature.
That's just the science fiction double feature reprise.
So it is Science Fiction Double Feature. Okay, yeah. Emily, thank you. Tug, thank you, because that was killing me because I couldn't think of it. It was like an earworm.
Oh no, we can't have you killed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, both of you.
I guess we got time for one more round.
Sure.
Oh, snap.
Oh, Emily, I have to ask, when you went to Rocky Horror, who did you dress up as? No wrong answer.
I dressed up as the bread and they threw me.
I wore a Starfleet
the rice, whatever it was.
uniform, and nobody was happy with me.
I've already admitted on camera I did Frankenfurter, but I'm not showing you the pictures.
Oh, but you should.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Oh, come on. Look,
Tim Curry looks way better in fishnets than I did. Okay.
Look, you can just put your thumb over your face, then we won't know it's you as you show us the pictures of you. Okay.
No way he's going to show you the picture and wind up in a meme.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
First, I always ask first. Don't I, Dan? I send you all the memes. I'm like, can I make this movie? You're like, no.
So, for my last pick tonight, I'm going to break Ponz's science fiction rule because this science fiction movie, for some reason, is one they show still to this day. Every Halloween, you will find it on one of them channels, and I think it's just become a tradition because it was a few seconds of it in another horror movie, and they were watching it. And after that, it became the movie they showed after that one every year. So the thing from another world, the original, with the big walking carrot, is truly a great Halloween movie. It's I think actually in the movie Halloween they're
It is
white.
in Halloween. Yep.
And after that happened, every year when Halloween come on for some reason, that was the movie they showed after it for 10 years.
Makes sense to me.
And it became a traditional Halloween movie. But it's more than that to me. I watch it when it's not Halloween. That's a movie I watch at least twice a year, every year.
It's just an amazing picture. It just
Yeah.
really is an amazing film.
It's got
I just keep
fantastic characters, and like they're constantly like, you know,
Right,
the
Tracy?
the banter between the characters is actually really cool and really like endearing. And the mad scientist in that, who's Russia coded, is just so he's so perfect. He's great. I love him.
I have no weapon. You must understand. You must understand. He didn't understand.
And
Honestly,
yeah, Lou Arness, man.
you know, I love the American military attitude. This is like the monster in this movie. But really, I would be on the side of the scientists trying to preserve the monster's life and trying to study it. I wouldn't want to just torch it.
Yeah, as much as they try to paint him as the bad guy, like really, if you really like think about the movie, there is no good side here. Everybody's kind of wrong.
Oh, come on. The dude wakes up out of a block of ice, froze half to death. And
I'm
what
not
happens?
blaming the monster.
What
The
happens?
monster was just trying to survive.
A scared hillbilly starts firing rounds off into it.
Yeah.
So he runs out the door and tries to escape into the cold. And he's a plant, so you know the cold ain't real fond of. And what happens? Dogs attack him and rip his arms off. I mean, come on. They might be a reason why he woke up in a bad attitude.
They lit him on fire, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And that was the longest burn in a movie for, I think, 30 or 40 years until they did one longer. Good stunt fact.
Yes.
Excellent movie. I love
really
the
is.
remake a lot, but it's more of just another adaptation of the story. But I still love the
I
1951
like the
original.
remake, especially because it stuck to the original source material a little closer than
It did, totally. It's way closer to the story.
Because they had the resources to stick to the original. But it too varied wildly.
But you got to remember, back in the 50s when they actually made the movie, doing it like it was in the book would have been really expensive and really hard to pull off with the special effects limits of the time.
Thank you, Texas Night.
And by the time Carpenter got a hold of it, Carpenter wasn't big on the whole Cold War paranoia thing, so he didn't want to do the whole anti-communist thing. So he softened it down, and more power to him.
It's just a movie about paranoia in general.
Yeah,
it's not about anything else.
War politics. But again, it's based on a great story. So again, how do you go wrong?
Yeah.
But I even like, we've talked about this on several occasions. I even like the Spanish adaptation. You know the one I'm talking about with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Horror Express.
Right, Horror Express. Yeah.
Horror Express. I even like that one. You know?
Wait a minute. Horror Express. Monster on a Train.
That's the one. Yeah. Horror Express.
It's loosely based on Who Goes There.
It's pretty hokey and silly, but I mean, it's got Peter Cushing in it and a monster on a train. Who doesn't want to be on that? That's great. It sounds fantastic.
I think I remember.
Plays a Cossack.
Okay, once again, am I remembering Telly Savalas as a Cossack?
I just literally, I literally just
just said that.
A horrible scene when you said that. When you said that, it flashed in my mind, and I saw the scene. That's what I'm saying. And it was horrible.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like that happens at least once every time we have a show together.
He does that. He'll say something, and I'll see that scene in my head.
I wish I had said that.
Skeleton, have you seen my gizmo? If you're going to talk about Mogwai, I've got one.
I don't want to talk about Mogwais.
I've got Mogwai back there, right there.
So
that's more.
For my,
and I always thought that
pick,
was more of a Christmas horror movie.
It is kind of a Christmas horror movie because it's set at Christmas. Yeah,
Christmas. But then again, so is Night of the Comet. So
true.
I like a good Christmas horror movie. We'll have to do a show about that.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot.
We will, Dan. We will. Yeah.
Heck yes.
we will. But for my last pick tonight, I'm going to pick one of my favorites. It's possibly, and I will die on this hill, it's possibly my favorite Bela Lugosi horror film. White Zombie.
Ooh.
That is an acceptable choice.
I love White Zombie. It was made before the code really got its hold, and it's got like sex and violence and perversion and innuendo. It's really an amazing film. I think Bela Lugosi is creepier in this movie than he is in Dracula, because in Dracula, he's a vampire. He's a monster. He's not supposed to be. In this, he's a human, but he's sort of a predator. He's this really scary, creepy dude who uses slaves to man his sugar plantation. And in the interim, he uses voodoo to like take care of his enemies or seduce people he wants to do unsanitary things to without their consent. And it's just such a great movie. And he has this entourage zombie bodyguard that is just great. And I can't recommend this enough. It was apparently White Zombie's favorite film, hence the reason he called it White Zombie. But I cannot recommend this movie enough.
Good choice. Yes,
I don't know her name, but it had a really good actress in it too.
The little blonde, yes, she actually did some other stuff. I can't think what her name is.
She was really good.
She was amazing in it.
Well, since you picked that, I'm going to pick another pre-code horror movie from 1932. And that would be Island of Lost Souls. I will raise you a Charles Lawton. Bela Lugosi's in it too.
He's also in it. Yes, he is.
This is the Island of Dr. Moreau, for people who don't know. This is probably the best film version of Island of Dr. Moreau, although I do have a soft spot for the 70s version.
Marlon Brando.
It has moments. But tune into my channel in a few months. You'll find out what I think about it.
Marlon Brando, is it?
No,
that's awful. The one he's talking about, Michael York is the one from the 70s.
Yeah, Michael York was in the 70s.
And Lancaster, Burt Lancaster.
Yeah. Excellent movie. But Island of Lost Souls, even better. Island of Lost Souls is one of my favorite pre-code horror movies. Because the pre-code era, as it's called, is right before like the film studios had to crack down on all the horror and gore and all the salacious stuff. They couldn't just put out whatever they wanted anymore. But right before that happened, you have some of the best horror movies of the early cinema, and Island of Lost Souls is probably my favorite. Charles Lawton just eats the scenery the entire movie, and he's so great. And yeah, Bela Lugosi is like one of the monsters. He's one of the it's Dr. Moreau, so there's a bunch of like mutated monsters and stuff, and he's the speaker of or whatever. I don't remember what they call him, but he's pretty great. He was just doing it because he was broke and he needed money, so he's only in the movie.
That's what they all say. Sorry.
The thing about Bela Lugosi is he never wanted to do Frankenstein because they didn't want to put on any makeup. So when he got around to Island of Lost Souls and he needed money, they put him in so much makeup and covered him in fur, and he just had to take it. Poor guy. But anyway, it's a great movie, and it's got the Panther Woman. I love the Panther Woman. I would die for the Panther Woman.
Simone?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's right.
She was gorgeous.
She's fantastic.
I didn't get the answer, but she was gorgeous.
So yeah, good movie. That's since you picked White Zombie, I had to go with it's contemporary.
And it's a great movie. It is. It's a great movie. In fact, doesn't Boris Karloff have a small part as well as one of the monsters as well?
That's the rumor, but I've never found him. So I don't know.
Because from what I heard, that was the movie that set the two of them on their rivalry.
They're like frenemies become from that point on. Yeah. I think so. But like I said, that's more rumor. I mean, a lot of the stuff between Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff is more rumor than fact. So I got a whole book on it, and it didn't make anything clearer to me.
But he was also very good friends with Charles Lawton.
That's true. They went to school together. Somewhere. Yep.
All the monsters hang out together.
I love Charles Lawton. He did not do nearly enough movies. He was great. He became a teacher at Juilliard instead of like becoming a full-time actor. So, the
hours were better.
Yeah, I was to say, probably the pays were steady. The pay was probably more steady. You didn't have to
more steady, but it's Juilliard, so he wasn't getting paid.
Well, as this show about horror movies comes to an end, I guess it's time for Sarah to put the final nail in the coffin.
Okay, so
make it a good one. Make it not suck.
Oh. Well, anyways, I forgot the title of the movie because I'm brilliant. But anyways, I love anything with Jeffrey Combs. I love Jeffrey Combs, right? So what's the name of that movie that I can't think of right now?
Reanimator.
Reanimator.
Thank you. Right, yeah, Reanimator. One of my
Inspired
most,
guess.
yeah, thank you. One of my most favorite movies of all time. I freaking love them. I've seen every one of them. They're awesome. I could watch Reanimator all day long. It's just great. And I also, did I mention I love Jeffrey Combs? Oh yes, Jeffrey Combs. Okay.
That was the movie that introduced most of us to Jeffrey Combs. So, yeah.
I found out from him from Star Trek. So, oh, actually, no. Before that was The Man with Two Brains.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was.
He was shaving the wrong area.
Right.
Anyways, but they only used screw top, so it was fine.
But no, like I love that movie, The Reanimator, and I want to do a video on it one of these days. I used to, when I was in high school, I used to have a Miskatonic University shirt. It was fun. Nobody got it but me, but you know.
I'd have gotten it. I would have gotten it.
Where were you?
I thought Reanimator was a great movie myself.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pick.
There's another movie that kind of goes in there with it. I can't remember the name of it that has him in it too. It's like a
From Beyond.
Behind the Door or something.
He did a few movies with the same director, and they were also Lovecraft. And there's one called From Beyond, and there's Dagon, and
Dagon's a good one too.
Yeah. But Reanimator's the iconic one, the classic one everybody knows.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
it was such an 80s movie, and yet at the same time, it was very atmospheric. You know what I'm saying?
It turned you into James Mason, apparently. Very atmospheric.
Well,
and of course, it introduced me to Barbara Crampton, and that in and of itself.
Yeah, well,
but I love that movie. A wonderful choice, Sarah.
Thank you. Yeah, I love all of them. They're awesome. I love it when he's in jail and mayhem ensues and like people are hanging from. They're all like gross. It's awesome. It's like one of the few movies that's gross and you're just like, give me more. Yeah. Yeah, there's very few of them, but I can watch them all and just give me more of that.
Doug, were you the one who told me? Someone told me David Gale is the villain in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He, because of a prosthetic he had to use for the filming, he had to shave his head and wear a wig.
Yep.
And I just found that out, you know.
And the whole time he had a shaved head. Yeah.
I also remember there was this really sick anti-smoking ad from 1986 when I was in college. It was like a magazine post, and it showed his severed head with a cigarette in it, and it said, "Cigarette smoking may be bad for your health."
Well, good thing that's not true. I mean, the friend still wouldn't have told us that.
Maybe you want to smoke more.
Well, it wasn't a cigarette in his mouth. It was really, we all remember from that movie. Let's face facts.
No, it wasn't a cigarette. Yeah, it was. There was other.
Come on, I live in California. There's worse things you could have in your mouth than a cigarette.
I've heard. Anyways, okay. Enough about California.
You know what they call them in Britain, but yeah.
Well, anyways.
Also, the whole having his head in a pan was inspired by the brain that wouldn't die. Jan in the Pan.
Jan in the Pan. I'll buy that.
The Man with Two Brains is way better though.
Well, I mean, it's a great movie too, but
yeah, it's an awesome movie. It's one of my favorites.
You know what? Jeffrey Combs is for a movie that isn't. Well, you can call it dark comedy if you want, but I think Jeffrey Combs is actually the funniest part of the whole movie.
Jeffrey Combs is amazing.
Why didn't you tell me the cat was dead? Wait, should I leave a note in the fridge? Cat dead.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think maybe his best role might have been in a Michael J. Fox movie. Sadly.
Which one?
The Frighteners.
Yeah.
He's good in The Frighteners, yeah.
Oh, that's another great movie.
Frighteners, that's a good one.
That's a good Halloween pick too. Yeah.
Oh, that's another great one. Oh, yeah.
And I think to me that might be his best role because he just put so much into it, so deep. He had been through all that.
I cannot possibly pick a best role for Jeffrey Combs. He's been in so many great things.
Yeah, I'd have to say one of my favorite roles of his is probably when he plays Shram in Enterprise. I just really like him in that. He's different. I didn't really care for him in as a Ferengi. It was not my favorite.
Brunt.
Yeah, but I did like him as that one guy who wanted the hologram of Kira, and he's paid for it. Then it's Quark's head on her body.
That was a weird episode. Yeah.
That was a great episode. Anyway, Star Trek, everyone, I love it.
Jeffrey Combs, He's every character in Star Trek.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. Shook his hand. Yes, that's right.
He's a Star Trek one-man show.
Oh yeah, dude, he's amazing. Anyways, Jeffrey Combs, call me. Okay.
Wait a minute now. How can, you don't want him to call you? Your fiance would probably get angry about that. Beam out.
He could call me. I've already talked to the man. I shook his hand, so I just get him on the show. I bet, hey, remember me that one time at the Enterprise protest, putting it down that one time? Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, I totally remember you. Yeah, he will totally remember me. I swear, I'm memorable. No, but it was awesome.
Well, Emily's about to go, so goodbye, Emily.
Bye, Emily.
Ciao.
Yeah,
Emily's the only one about to go. We're going to wrap it up here too, guys. So, Thrash, you got anything planned coming up?
I'm gonna try to get some new content out this week, but as always, I'm a little overscheduled for this week, and hopefully, if I have power tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday sounds great.
You're on your own next week, buddy. So we'll be back with this show in 2 weeks.
Do you have a topic for your quiz next week, Thrash?
It's going to be something Halloweeny. Let's face it.
Excellent. Good.
Well, was there a doubt? All right, everybody. Sounds good. See everybody on Thursday.
Get through the closing Tug, see what he's got coming out here.
Well, I am currently halfway through working on a slasher movie involving a baby, where the baby is the slasher.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
If you know, you know.
Well, I don't know right now. Okay.
It's a great movie.
I think I know the one, but I don't want to give it away, so.
Yeah. But actually, I don't have anything coming out this week. It's not going to be until next week. But on Thursday, I'll be on your show there. So yeah.
Well, Snarky's on our show, and yes, we will see you all there.
Snarky, yes.
Well, I'll probably be on that show Thursday, and Sunday I'm on with Tug. I don't think I got nothing else really planned, but I do want to give a special shout out real quick to BBB at Brain who sent me this 44-ounce Super Cup. I really love it. Thank you.
Which is awesome. Cool.
And a real quick shout out to my friend Rob.
That's what I started with, Cardboard Bunny.
Michigan Rob with his books, True Cryptid Encounters, book 1 and 2, out for Halloween. Be sure to pick your copy up now on Amazon, as well as Tug's book, Paradox. You can find that on Amazon too.
Yeah. Tug's book. Yeah, it looks better that way, Dan. Good job.
I've also been marking up covers for my new book. So just so you know, a little teaser.
Ooh, yeah, you got mad at me. I want to do more unsolicited K-pics. So I find some more. Dude, that one guy taken down on Facebook. I went to look for it and it was gone. I was like, Facebook, why? I got it from Facebook. What?
Sarah, I guess you got Thursday coming up. Is your big thing, right?
You doing anything on Tuesday?
Tuesday, I don't know if Sarky and I are going to do a pop-up or not. If so, we haven't discussed it because I only mentioned it earlier today, and then I didn't follow up because got busy trying to get this ready. Yeah. Anyways,
by the way, how's our boy Tim doing now? Is he up and around good?
He's still recovering. It's going to take a while because he literally almost died. So
he's going to have to do some PP for a while.
Yeah,
be sure to give him, everybody on the show's best wishes from all of us.
Yes.
Will do. I'll make sure he watches it so he can just see it for himself. Okay. Try to ring everybody's secretary sometimes. Anyways, I love you guys. Love you all very much. You guys are the best people in the whole world. Stay epic, okay? Or else something will happen. Probably a meme. I don't know.
An epic meme to make you more epic.
Oh yeah.
And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that stupid bell.
Oh yeah. Do this thing here. Do this thing, okay? For everybody, yeah, it helps. It does because YouTube likes to just make sure that we're all suffer. Why? I don't know, but they do. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to actually end this now.
With puns and tan in a TV flow, geeks for sure with tales to tell. Every Sunday is pretty swell. Good times here, you'll want some more. Remember days you can't ignore. Kids and family, friends so dear. Join us now, the crew is here. On the art of the save the world with Sara at their side. Oh girl, Sunday's fun with joy and cheer. Flip side, flip, flip, so red. days gone by. Epic moments never die. Internet was such a blast. Fun with friends, let's make it last. Time to laugh and time to chat. Geek out hard and that's a fact. Sarah's here to add the spice. Memories that feel so nice. Love me on and Thrash save the world. With Sara at their side, oh go. Sunday's fun with joy and cheer. Flip side, flip, let's all revere. Save the world with Sara at their side, oh girl. Sunday's fun with joy and cheer. Flip side, flip, let's all revere. Movie shows from days gone by. Epic moments never die. Internet was such a blast. Fun with friends, let's make it last. Time to laugh and time to chat.